Hey guys, going live, GGinspire, working on some technical difficulties right now. So Instagram doesn't want to cooperate with me, so I'm figuring out the best way to make it work. Let's see. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so let me invite a few people because today is all about the ups and downs of entrepreneurship, the roller coaster. I posted it earlier today. I was looking for it, and it's funny because there's all sorts of articles on ups and downs, how crazy things are, how you start on this wonderful road and you're super excited and you're ready to go, and then something happens, knocks you out, knocks you in the teeth, pulls you down, and then you're like, oh man, this is a bummer. And then the next thing you know, like something great happens, you're like, I don't know why I ever doubted myself, I'm awesome. And then all of a sudden something else, knocks the wind out of you one more time. So it's a part of entrepreneurship. So I thought I would talk about it because I think there's so many people out there that I'm getting a lot of like articles and a lot of people messaging me that are telling me about their job and kind of like what their position is. They're in the corporate world. They're in a position that like they're not getting paid enough. They're not that happy. But the idea of stepping out is really uncertain. So give me a second while I figure out how I can get Instagram to work, because it doesn't seem to be working for me right now. So maybe I just won't go live on Instagram. Maybe it'll just be Facebook today, and we'll try and share it. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Hope the angle is okay. Hope it's thinning, right? Okay. Hey, guys. So Instagram finally worked for us. So welcome to Go Live with GGinspire. I've got a ton of great feedback on what we've been doing lately. We got a lot of viewers today, so really excited. So we're gonna get going. Okay, so I appreciate you guys getting on. Today is all about entrepreneurship. Hey Lewis, hey Tasha, hey Milena, hey Sharon, hey Yardena, hey Terry. I feel like I'm in romper room, but we are like pumped anyway. So cool. So here it is, right? A lot of you guys are entrepreneurs. A lot of you guys are working. You would like to become entrepreneurs, but you're working a regular job, or you're running one business and maybe you want to start a second, who knows, right? But this is all about celebrating the entrepreneur and all of the things that they go through along the way, because it's a journey and it's not that easy. I think I missed a couple people. Hey, Jason. Who else? Okay. So entrepreneurship is kind of one of those things that, like, if you would have thought about it like 10 or 15 years ago, most people didn't talk about becoming an entrepreneur and getting out there and doing things on your own. It was like a much bigger risk. And now you hear about it all the time. I mean, it's all over social media. It's all over Instagram, all over Facebook, and Twitter, what have you, about entrepreneurs and how you're going to do things better. Hey, Matthew. Hey, Russ. How are you? Like, how I'm going to have a better life, and I'm going to have a jet one day, and I'm going to run this incredible business and have all this freedom. Hey, Angie. And so all these things, like all these ideas that are coming to us that are out there on social media for everybody to see, they have this glorious view of entrepreneurship and what it is to like be your own boss and control your own time and have all your freedom. And like you have all these wonderful things. It's an adventure and you have flexibility and all these great things, right? The truth is that security, like having and staying in one job, security is a myth. Like a lot of people stay in a job because they're like, oh, I need to have a steady paycheck and I have to have secure income every single month. Yes, I totally get that. But security, like you think, is a myth. It doesn't really exist. The only person that you can bank on is yourself. And so with that responsibility of becoming an entrepreneur, yes, it's free. Yes, it's flexible. Yes, you're adventurous, but there's a lot of things that go along with it. So nobody's trying, for me, like I'm not trying to make it glamorous. Like social media does a great job of making entrepreneurship glamorous, right? Everybody knows like being an entrepreneur is where you're going to be able to realize the dreams that you want, have that beautiful house, like have your kids go to the schools that you want, like have a great relationship, have tons of money, like all that stuff can develop from becoming an entrepreneur, right? But it's because you took that leap of faith that everyone is afraid to take, and you did it, and you work through all those ups and downs in order to be able to reach your goals. And your goals, are ultimately happiness and fulfillment, right? But if you don't take those steps, like your happiness and fulfillment will never happen if you don't experience those ups and downs, right? So I want you guys to understand it because it's really important. Hey, Stacy. So that when you become an entrepreneur, it's all on your shoulders. So it may sound nice. Hey, Dorina. It may sound nice and fantastic, but all of that responsibility is on you. So it can be overwhelming. It can be stressful. It can be frustrating. look, entrepreneurship, it's going to test you. It's going to try to break you. It's going to make you feel like you're losing your flipping mind sometimes, right? But you have to keep getting up after each failure. If you're not able to get up after each failure, and I'm talking to every single one of you guys out there who's ever thought of running your own business, if you're not able to get up after every failure, then entrepreneurship is not for you. Maybe you need to test the waters, stay in your steady job, and then like slowly test the waters of entrepreneurship. Because when you go full force and your little underbelly is exposed and it's all on you, you need to make it flip and happen. Hey, Shaniqua, you have to make it flip and happen, right? And so what that means is that when the days when like somebody cancels or you think you've got this incredible deal and it falls through, you still have to come from a place of belief. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to make it. I'm going to do everything that I can, and I'm going to pick myself off the floor, even if I'm totally depressed, and I'm going to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and I'm going to keep moving forward. And the thing is that most people will not do it. And that's why you have a small percentage of people that are going to reach that massive level of success and reach that fulfillment in their lives, right? So if you're fighting for that, you better freaking fight. It's a dog fight for you and your family. I'm getting fired up already. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the entrepreneurship is not a place for complainers. It's not a place for whiners. It's not a place for the people that are looking to blame and point at other people. Oh, you didn't give me my love. You didn't do this. You didn't do that for me. That's why I'm not successful. No, wherever you go, there you are. So you can complain about all the people that are around you, but as soon as you pick yourself up and you go somewhere else, it's still on you, right? So you have to take responsibility for the fact that your success is 100% on you. It's not what other people do, right? Eventually you get to the point where you're good enough where you can anticipate what other people are going to do, and you can head off some of those challenges and some of those issues ahead of time. So those of you guys, like, give me a shout out if you're an entrepreneur. Give me a shout out if you run your own business now, or you've ever thought of running your own business, because I know there's so many of you out there that have this within you, that feel like I could do more, I could do better, I should be paid more because I'm worth more, right? So comment. Like, comment, share, post this, send this to your people, send this to people that you know, because I'm telling you right now, there are people out there that are dying with the music inside them. They want somebody to pull out of them some of their greatness, but nobody's been able to do it. And for me, like, it makes me sad to think that I know so many people that I used to go to school with, so many people that I used to work with, that are never going to reach their potential. They're thinking to themselves like, well, I guess this is all there is. I'm just going to work and I'm going to pay my bills, and hopefully I'll be able to pay off my house one day, and maybe I'll be able to retire with a decent amount of money. That's not living. That's settling, right? Settling is something I never want to do. And if it means, hey, Armando, and if it means, and I think I said hi to David too, if that means settling is something that I never want to do, if that means, though, that I have to work my ass off for the rest of my life to be able to create the vision and the dream that's worth it, I'm going to do it, right? And I'm not going to listen to anybody tell me, oh, you should go get a real job, or oh, you like, you know, people's opinions, somebody's playing Facebook Live on me right now. So people's opinions are none of my business. I don't really care what people think. And when you get to the point where you don't care what people think, you're actually going to thrive and reach every dream and goal that you wanted, because you're mastering the energy, and you're putting the energy towards the right place. So I hope that makes sense to you. And I would definitely recommend you guys Tim Grover's book, right? Tim Grover, who used to be like the coach, like physical and mental coach for, hey, Stephanie, for Michael Jordan, for Kobe Bryant, for some of the absolute greats, right? Dwayne Wade, like huge greats. He wrote this book called Relentless, right? From good to great to unstoppable. And every chapter in the book is chapter 1, right? Hey, Michael. So every chapter is chapter 1. And it's simply because you can read them all like individually, but they're all just as important. And it talks about the mindset of a champion and what you need to be able to do and how you need to be able to create your life. You got to design that thing. It's not just going to come to you. It's not just going to fall into your lap. Like, people feel like they can give 50% of effort and they're going to get 100% of results. Actually, it's more like you're going to bust your ass and you're going to give 200% result. I'm sorry, you're going to give 200% effort and you're going to see what happens, right? And sometimes you're going to get 0 result and most people are going to quit. Right? Are you going to be one of those people that quits? Or are you going to be one of those people that knows, you know what? If I stay focused on this path long enough, I'm going to make it happen because I deserve it, because I'm outworking everybody else, and it's time for me to start reaching the greatness that I've been envisioning in my mind forever. Do you feel that way? Or are you thinking, you know what? She's kind of pissing me off right now, or she's kind of making me feel a little uncomfortable. I hope I am making you feel uncomfortable. because maybe that means that you're going to start taking steps differently in your life, right? Hey, wait, Najita, how are you? I don't know if it's Najita, Rita, Renee, so I don't know which name you want me to say. So comment and let me know which one you want me to call you. Okay, so entrepreneurship is scary. It's super, super scary, right? Some of you guys, I know you have some questions. Hey, Kelly, thanks for joining us. I know you guys have some questions. Going out and becoming an entrepreneur, I can give you some of my tips, some of the things that I've done in 11 years in business. It's made a big difference for me. And I wish that I had as many resources as we have now to be able to go out and learn how to be an entrepreneur and become a better you, right? Because that growth, that frustration, I was talking about that frustration, the stress, the testing, the feeling like it's going to break you, right? Those are the hard times, but those are the things that if you can push through and pick yourself up and keep going after all of that, you are going to make it, right? And those things make you stronger, because I mean, I cannot even count the number of times that I've been depressed, I've been sad, I've been, totally, thinking like I'm a loser, I'm not going to be able to make this happen. But somehow or another, I still kept picking myself up forward. It's because I am not a quitter. I never want to quit. Do I want to show my kids that we could have had this incredible life in whatever capacity, whatever business you're in? We could have had this incredible life, but I gave up because I didn't have enough confidence in myself, or too many things happened, or my health failed. I mean, I saw people like, I just came back from a big event in Las Vegas. I saw people like running and chasing as hard as they can for their dreams in all different kinds of situations. Short, tall, fat, skinny, disabled, totally able-bodied. I mean, all of these people have a shot at greatness and they're all chasing it. So why not you? Why don't you go after your dream and start realizing that there's a support system all around the world, right? Especially right here, all around, that can help push you and help keep you excited and help get you on the right mindset. Hey, Herman, nice to see you. For me, I didn't have as much back then, right? 11 years ago. Yeah, there's all sorts of like sales books and mindset, Think and Grow Rich. That's a great book. But now with social media, everything is like super in your face all the time. So we really have no excuse, right? We can sit back and be like, oh, I didn't get this, and this happened and that happened, and it didn't work for me, and blah, blah, blah. Or you can actually put yourself in a position, you can start taking control of your life. Hey, Jania, thanks for joining us. Gotta have my coffee, man. My trainer is like, you gotta stop putting cream in your coffee, you gotta stop having dairy. But I like dairy and I like my creamer, so my coffee is really important to me. Anyway, so the other thing is that we saw a couple of incredible speakers when we were in Vegas. So we saw, a lot of you guys know we follow Ed Mylett. Ed Mylett's an incredible speaker. He's in the fitness space, self-development, personal growth. Follow him, edmylett.com. He's done tons and tons of podcasts. He's putting out such incredible content. Interview people like Andy Frisella and Damon John and Tim Story and Tim Grover and Juliana Huff, and I can never remember her husband's name. But all these great people, especially like Chad Nicholas. Is that another one that he interviewed? I don't know. Anyway, so Ed Mylett's been putting some incredible content out. He's such an incredible leader. He's just amazing. And then Tim Story was there. Damon John was there. These are like wonderful, wonderful speakers. But, Tim Story just kind of took the entire thing away from me. He just did such an incredible, black coffee. I know, Michael, I really got to work on it. So he just took it away to like a whole new level. He talked about like becoming an entrepreneur and going out there, like you need to expect that something God-sized is going to happen to you. Some big break, some huge, enormous break is going to come to you, right? And so you have to expect it. It will not happen unless you start putting it in the universe, whether you're praying for it, you're, saying your affirmations, you're focused on it, but you got to put your energy on the things that are going to take you out of whatever funk you're in versus like thinking yourself about how funked up your situation is and how awful it is. And you're so depressed about how this hasn't happened and this hasn't happened. Like you need to spend your time thinking about where am I going? What does it look like? How am I going to feel when it gets there? What's the vision of it? Like you have to be able to see it in your mind. And I was listening to actually Andy Frisella did a podcast with Ed Mylett also, and he's got tons and tons of content. He does the MF CEO podcast. And he was talking about how you literally have to master the mundane. You have to master the day-to-day things, like the phone calls and all the stuff that's like we call it like the boring shit, right? You need to basically master that stuff, and you need to do it every single day in order to be able to reach your goal. And how do you do it? It's because that mundane, boring stuff that you're having to put yourself out and do it all the time, you have to get to a point where you envision your result, where you want to be. If it's your house, your car, your jet, your whatever it is that you vision that's super, super important to you, that's in your vision, that you attach that boring task to that vision. And so you have to keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, because you know, and look, success leaves clues. All these guys and girls, right, that talk about success and how to reach it, they talk about the same thing over and over and over again. It's just most people never do it. Right? So if you can attach your goal and your dream and your vision to the step that's going to get you there, right? The act of actually what it's going to take to get you there, it will get you there that much sooner. Yes, MFCEO, love it. What is your vision? What is it? Is it so crystal clear in your mind that you can picture it? Like I can picture mine. I don't know if I want to tell the whole world mine, but it has to do with like our backyard and what it's going to look like in the pool and how it's painted and the tropics, all of it. Like I have this really clear picture of what I want in my mind. So when somebody sends me a bad text, or I get a cancellation, or we call them chargebacks, or I get something like that happens to me, I have to go to my happy place and I have to think about what it's going to look like. Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm running for, right? I'm running to be able to find that greatness in our lives, right? So please, you guys, ask me some questions about entrepreneurship. You know, does your dream have a voice? Are you giving it a voice? Are you giving it energy? Or are you starving it, right? Are you starving it and thinking about your problems and settling for what your life is going to be? Well, I guess it's just what my life is going to be. Like, I'm okay with it. I guess it's fine. Have you ever said that to yourself, or maybe said it out loud or said it in your head, right? That is like a sign that you lost belief, either in yourself or the track that you're on, or whatever it is that you're doing to be able to get to the next level. Maybe you thought about starting a business, but you're working in a job and you're thinking, oh, it's just so much effort. It's just so much time. It's just so much this. Yes, it's all those things, right? But the fact of the matter is, it's worth it, right? If you want something else and you're not going after it, you're going to spend your life wondering if you should have. And then if you never go after it and you get older, right, you're going to regret the fact that you never took the time to see if you could actually create it, right? So tell me, what is your dream? What is it that you feel like you want to be able to do no matter what, right? Create it, design it, right? Be intentional about it. Think about it every day, all day long, right? Because there is no way you're going to hit it if you don't start giving it some energy and giving it some love and some attention. Hey, Chris. Hey, Al. I appreciate you guys and the thumbs up. But what's your dream, Chris? What's your dream, Lewis? What's your dream, Michael? What do you want to be able to do? What do you want to be able to get out there and do, right? How are you going to make the world a better place? How are you going to create a business that changes people's lives? Or how are you going to be able to create the new widget, the new thing that everybody needs? You don't have to tell me your idea, right? Yeah, the effort and the time are definitely worth it. So what I see is I see so many people with incredible ideas, but not able to exercise them, not able to really focus on them because they're too focused on the problems. Okay, I'm going to look back and see if I had any questions. Let me see. Nope. Fiercely focused. I love it. Oh, Rita Renee, Buttermilk Pie Queen. Thanks for getting on. Oh my gosh, please share this. Those buttermilk pies. She has the best pies. They are like absolutely incredible. Addictive. Pretty addictive for sure. All right, let's see. All right. Oh, thank you, Matthew. I love your goals. I want to see rings. I want to see cash flow. Definitely. I want to change the world, inspire kids to keep dreaming as they grow up, actually make my life have purpose. I love that. And Angie and David Martinez. Hi, Terry. Thanks for joining us. Angie and David are two of the people who created our BOOM program. BOOM stands for Business, Opportunity, Operation, and Mindset. And the more that I talk about this program, the more people are super, super excited about it. So we've already patented that. So you're not going to be able to get an opportunity to take it. But the program that we've just started, and we're working on our nonprofit status, But this is an opportunity to be able to teach entrepreneurship to kids, to be able to bring them a better opportunity, bring them life, right? So they have ideas, they have all these things they want to be able to do, but we don't have opportunities to be able to create entrepreneurship in school. You know, that's not a program that they teach. I've only heard of a couple schools, even in college level, that talk about entrepreneurship, that have, that basically have that opportunity to be able to teach kids on how to run a business, right? So I go in and I talk to kids in schools about financial planning and, like, you know, separating your money and being smart about it. And that's part of the Boom program a little bit, but more so like cultivating your ideas and how do you implement it? What would you do? Creating a budget for your business. Like, how do you create a sustainable and profitable business, right? That's a really big deal. And nobody's talking about that kind of stuff. Hey, Sonia. Hey, Bree. I didn't see you. Okay, so what books am I reading right now, Michael? So I'm reading, what is it? The 5 Levels of Leadership by John Maxwell. I'm also listening to, oh my gosh, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. That's a really good one because, you know, I've taken this new journey of like working out and getting a trainer. And, you know, it's funny because we were talking the other day and he's like, well, pretty soon you're not going to need me. I'm like, no, I do need you because you push me. I need somebody to push me a little bit because I know I'm going to see you in a couple days or 4 days or 5 days or whatever. I know I'm going to see you. And so it pushes me to continue to go. And so I need that, right? And so that slight edge movement of just taking a little bit of steps, a little bit of steps, a little bit of steps of always moving forward. And then what happens is you look back and you realize, wow, look at how far I've come, right? And so the little steps seem like nothing and they seem insignificant along the way while you're doing them, but you have to keep doing them because like in the book, he talks about like one day you like, okay, you'll take off your workout or you won't make your calls today or whatever. And then one day, yeah, it's easy to do and it's easy not to do. And you don't think that much of it. But if you get out of the habit of doing the things that move you forward, taking those baby steps, then you're going to lose it, right? So if a day or two isn't going to make a difference, but a day turns into 2, turns into 3, turns into 5, turns into 10, turns into 2 weeks, turns into months, that's now a habit, whether it's going in the right direction or the wrong direction. So which side do you want to be on, right? So you have to make sure you're taking the steps in the right direction, okay? So I hope that answers your question. Do you think everyone is cut out to be an entrepreneur? You know, it's interesting. I don't necessarily. I think that if you're not in a position, and I don't know that you know this right away, like entrepreneurship may be intriguing to you. I think that everyone can be an entrepreneur. I do believe that they can. But situation and environment are really important. So if you are like, you're starting a business and you're excited, right? And you go out and you talk to the people around you and they're like, oh, that's dumb. Like, you're not going to make it. It's going to take you tons of money. It's going to take you forever. So if you're the kind of person that accepts other people's opinions and accepts them into your heart and into your mind, then no, it's going to be very difficult for you, right? So, but if you have, let's say you have everybody doing that, like I had a lot of people tell me, you're flipping crazy, right? You're going to give up medicine. That's nuts, right? But I had 1 or 2 people, like I had my husband and I had my mom who were like, well, I think that you could do this. Like, this sounds pretty cool. And they were supportive and positive, right? If you have a few people that are supporting you and are giving you positive feedback and are encouraging you, then I think you could do it. Because that's what you need in the beginning, right? Like you're gonna, actually you need it all the way through, but like in the beginning, every step that you take as an entrepreneur is a brand new day. So if you can get some support from anywhere, like maybe you have 0 support, maybe everybody you know thinks you're absolutely crazy, but you've got support on social media, or you've got an opportunity to be able to, uh-oh, what happened? Did I lose you guys? But you've got an opportunity to be able to create your, I do not know what's going on with my computer right now. It just keeps going black screen. So I'm a little nervous about it. I hope that, did I cut out there? I don't know. All right, we'll see. Anyway.